So it's currently about 1:17 a.m. in the morning, Monday night, technically Tuesday, December 8th, but Monday night, December 7th. When we get hungry, we make stuff like this. That, folks, is 1 full can of Spam and 2 boxes of mac and cheese. 2 of these suckers.
Andrew, what's up? What are you doing? I'm just playing cards. You're off all of our
break money. I'll be better. I'll be better. Right here.
Well, guys, it's currently, let's see here, I always do this for you guys, 4:20 in the morning on Tuesday, December 25th. A little crazy, right? Get the light on here. Tentatively Monday night. I was supposed to record this weekly recap video yesterday, but we got distracted because the person I was giving a ride home got locked out of his house, so we ran into an issue, so I had to give him a ride to another place, and so I wasn't able to record the recap video. And today, obviously me getting up late, I also, had a lot of errands to run, so I didn't really have time to really record today. But let alone, here I am now. So, so let's talk about last week. Sorry, I grew another canker sore in my mouth, so I'm dealing with yet more pain. But I want to talk about my last week being this past week, obviously, and then quick mention today. Why am I up so late? It's because I began opening on Mondays, because we've been having a growing number of new members, and so a lot of people have been kind of asking if I would open an extra day or have a dedicated table day and stuff. So today we opened up at 5 o'clock. Had a good handful of people. I didn't expect too many people to come because, everyone's used to me being closed on Mondays. So it's going to take a while for it to settle in, but I think it's going to make a lot of people happy that I'm opening up a lot earlier. But what I did today was, because it was pretty much slow, I did a lot of work. I got work done. I worked on starting to organize some of the back counter. I put up one of the posters that I've been meaning to put up for the longest time, and I printed this thing out. And I'm not joking you, I printed this thing out almost 4 months ago. So it took me 4 months to finally put the sucker up, and I finally put it up today, and I'm glad I did. It looks pretty good up there. It's a little bare by itself, but we need to definitely take a lot more. I definitely need to print out a lot more posters to decorate the rest of the wall space out there. But let's go ahead and I just said again, third time's the charm, right? Talk about last week. How did this past week go, and what am I looking forward to this week? So last week, I think a couple videos back, I'm starting to lose track of my videos because I'm kind of segmenting them in my head. So I don't really keep track because I'm so behind. I'm catching up, by the way. So as of today, December 15th, I am into November. So I am less than 2 months behind now. I'm a month and a half. So I'm gonna get there this week. Hopefully I catch up. But what's it called here? This past week, I think I talked about beforehand that we had a lot of unexpected bills come up, and we ran into some financial walls again. So it got me a little worried. But I can definitely tell you guys that this past week or two, me having a cool head, and the way the business has been, it was able to counteract itself. So are we out of the clear? For now, we are. They are still relevant issues that I have to deal with. They've been pushed off, and I'm waiting to hear back from a few other sources, but it looks like we're going to be okay. So yeah, did I worry for nothing? No, not necessarily. I had to make sure that the businesses, had adequate funding. Not really funding. It's just, what's it called? It was a big unknown for about 2 weeks there. But this past weekend and some of the news I heard last week definitely put me at ease. It was good. It was really good. It was really nice to see. This past weekend was probably, these first 2 weeks of December have been a little slow. And I can attribute that towards college kids leaving. So I actually had a pretty decent local college following coming, but they weren't able to show up. Another thing too is I gotta look at it as also, because I'm a lounge space, not a retail space. A lot of people, it's year end, so it's a lot of year end processing, a lot of year end. Especially for the people, I have a lot of customers who are actually who work in retail, so it's a lot of long extended hours for them, very extended hours. So they're exhausted, so they're not able to come in. So it's back and forth. So, but I'm really hoping that this week is when a lot of the local college students start to come back, and so I'm really hoping that we see a good influx of them starting to come in. Either daily or oftenly enough, and so hopefully we see a boom in that business. And plus, these are the kids that I mentioned before in my other previous videos way back when, that these were the guys that were upset that I opened up so late and I wasn't here during the summer. And I promised them, and actually they promised me, they're like, if you are still here by December, and it's December, that they would buy a gold membership. And that's back when it was full price. So I'm gonna keep their word to it and see if they actually follow through. But it looks like a lot of them are really happy to be home, and I think they're really happy that I stayed open, but even further beyond that I actually expanded. So we're in a bigger space, and we're actually we're gonna be around. We're gonna make it, I think. And I'm still in my rookie year. By all means, I'm still in my rookie year. It's still gonna be an unknown. What was nice was this past weekend, my parents visited as well too. So on Sunday, they finally got to visit the store after. Like, the thing is, they visited a couple times before, but they never visited after I expanded. So this was, last time they visited was like my birthday, which was like 2 months ago at this point. And yeah, they never saw me. They never saw the store after it expanded. So they didn't see how much bigger it got, how much busier it's been. And this past weekend they finally visited, and it wasn't a busy day by all means. It was busy at night. After they left, that's when it got busy. But during the middle of the day, I had a pretty decent, about 20-30 people. And in the old store, that amount of people would be the store would be packed. Too much people. It would be out of control. Everyone would be right next to each other, butting elbows and everything. But this time around, I had 20-30 people in the store, and it looked like it was slow, but it wasn't. It was actually pretty busy. And so my parents saw that. They were just like, wow, there's people here. I'm like, yeah, And while they were there eating with me, so my mom had a McDonald's craving for some reason, and so they bought that and we ate it together, and we just sat down in the back room. The thing is, the back room only had a couple people in it because it looked like a lot of the table gamers didn't show up that day, but we had a lot of console gamers out in the floor. But needless to say, my parents were just like, they liked the expansion. They critiqued a little bit here and there about my lack of decorations. But aside from that, they were just finally, I think they were just finally glad to see the fruits of my labor. They finally got to see what it looked like after it was expanded, because they see these videos. My mom watches all my videos, but the videos don't really show the actual true space, because you have to see for yourself. Because she even said, like, the videos made it seem smaller than it was, because when she saw it in space, like, she was like surprised how roomy it actually was. And so, sorry, I have a head itch. But my parents were just like really glad to see that people were coming in and out, how much it's changed, how much it's grown, how much more stuff that we've gotten. What else? Even as they were leaving, they saw other kids being dropped off, other adults walking in, so it got busier and busier. And my mom pretty much said, even though she said it, I know she's still worried, but you know, she's saying that a lot of her worries kind of went away, because she's seeing that the business is busy. She's seeing that there's people there, because her worry is, it's a legitimate worry, that nobody might come, nobody would show up, who would come here, and if the business is actually working. And so she finally got to see it for herself that, hey, look, people are here, people are spending money, people are buying memberships, and people are having fun. And so I think a lot of her worries kind of disappeared. And I think my parents got to kind of realize, you know, all my hours of being there late night, you know, working all those hours and not seeing me hasn't been for nothing. They finally got to see what I built. And hopefully it continues to grow and it continues to change. And so every time they visit, it looks better every single time. That is what I'm really hoping for. Because this is for our future, you know? You know, my parents can't work forever. And so, you know, I'm doing this not just for myself and not just for the community, but also for my family. And I know I've said that many times. But right now, I'm focusing on the community first. And then hopefully we'll be able to get to the point where I can take care of not only myself and my fiance, but as well as my parents and even my little sister. And that's what I'm working really hard towards. And so hopefully we can get it going. And on that end, some big piece of news. By the time you see this, it would either be I've either said it's true or not. But I'm 90% sure that there's going to be another comic book shop opening up next door to me, because there is a vacant spot next door to me. And originally I had intended to try and take over that spot by by spring or summer and turn it into like a cafe space or additional game spaces and stuff. But realistically, for me to come up with that kind of capital, it was going to take me a while. And to be honest, like, I wasn't going to be able to get to the point where I would be able to start selling a lot of merchandise and everything like that. So I was lacking in certain aspects for the gaming community. And I met this comic book store owner up near where I live. I was on a date with Sarah, and I'm sorry, I have an itchy nose. But there was a small comic book shop across the movie theater that we went to. And after, you know, I was like, let's stop by the place after the movie's done. So that's what we did. And it was a really awesome little shop. They had a bunch of cool stuff that, you know, I personally would want, and I know a lot of my customers would have wanted. And so I told this guy about my store. And it got his head rolling. And it started off with this, like, us exchanging business cards and then exchanging flyers, and then him talking about the space next door to me. I'm like, come on in, man. Because it's like a match made in heaven between him and me, because I don't really directly compete with him. I don't, because I don't sell the comic books, the merchandise, the manga, the figurines, all the collectible stuff. I don't. I'm a spot off their stuff and maybe sell their things, but nothing on that scale, and vice versa. He doesn't do what I do, and so it's like a match made in heaven, because he can come down and he can focus on the merchandise and the comic book sales while I focus on the lounge space. And it's actually what I wanted. I wanted to make like a mini mall of just like stuff for gamers. Hell, if GameStop moved in next door, it's like, oh my gosh, people would never leave. They have everything they need in that one spot. And I'm just excited. I really am. I'll talk about it more later on. I know a lot of people were worried, but I'm like, listen, it's like, I know it's a legitimate concern, but here's all the benefits that he gets and I get. And so, I don't know. That's just a really exciting piece of news that developed last week, and I was really happy to see that happen. So hopefully, by the time you guys see this, I've recorded videos of talking about it more. But hopefully we have good news for you guys really soon about that. Oh, sorry. My throat's getting dry. I don't have any water here. But this weekend was, even though it was slower than usual, it was still busier than one of my busier weekends in October. But we had a fresh load of new members. We are actually over 453 now, I believe. 453 members. We're still growing. We're getting more and more people signing up. More and more people are returning. What's nice is my retention rate keeps growing because a lot more people are coming back and renewing. So that's exciting. Last week was the first week that I actually started implementing all the new events and the programs I'm hoping to run. So, there's that. And it's like we started gaining some new people. So my regulars have grown. My regular base has grown significantly. And so I'm really happy for that. It's just, it's just exciting to see the growth, guys. Because what's happening now is you got more and more people talking about this place, sharing it with their friends and family. So more and more people are coming throughout the day. Whereas before, like on a typical weekend, I really wouldn't see anyone from 12 to 2 o'clock per se. But now I get like a good number of people coming in right at 2 o'clock, or people who still, they come in early because they forgot that I changed my hours. And I have a good handful of people right off the bat, And then when it comes nighttime, I have a good adult crowd come in. And then it's really busy. And then it's just, it's nice to see the change, I think I talk about this every so often, but it was just a good week overall, guys. The best part of this past week was just the fact that by the way, before I forget to mention, on Saturday, I was able to trust my volunteer corps, because I have a legit text message group of volunteer corps people now, to watch the store for several hours. And I was able to go home Saturday night so I could decorate my house and our Christmas tree with my family, and also have dinner with them. It's been a very long time since I spent that much time with them. Like, it was a good solid 4.5 hours. I was home with them, just talking about things, having dinner, and just being a family. And so I really needed that, because after we finished everything and I left to go back to the store, it was 11 o'clock, but I was so recharged. I was just so refreshed, and it was just really nice to be able to do that. And I really thank my volunteer group. I'm so indebted to them. Like, for them, they do it because they want me to have some me time, because they understand and appreciate how hard I work for them to have this space. They're one of the few people that actually really, really appreciate that. And so, like, they always tell me that, and they always tell me they're more than happy just to give up a couple hours on a weekend so I can spend time with Sarah and my family. And it's just, I'm really thankful for that. The fact that I've been able in these past few months not only grow a community, but also grow a circle of friends as well too. a circle of people who believe in what I'm doing, who click with me. We just get along. We really do, and I'm really happy that we have such a nice group, and a group that I can actually trust. You know, because these are people who legitimately, they don't care about getting a job. They don't care about, you know, receiving anything from me. They just want to see me be alive and be able to, because they understand too, it's like, you know, I'm human. Like, I need some me time, I need some family time, I need some time to relax, and by having that, I'll be able to work harder and work more efficiently, because one cannot always be stressed all the time. And they recognize that, and by doing that, they know that if I do that, the business will grow. They don't want to see this place fail. They don't. Because for a lot of them, this has become a legitimate second home to them. So it's a nice little getaway from their homes, their roommates, their families. Not to say that's a bad thing, but they legitimately have a place that they can go and have some alone time, or just be comfortable and enjoy themselves. You know, they don't have to go out to a bar, because that's the only thing that's open at 2 o'clock in the morning. They can come here and spend hours and just relax and be themselves, and they've grown to love it. And I've really grown to love my night crew, like my entire night crew, everyone that comes late night. Because I can tell you right now, during the daytime, and for you kids that are watching my videos, I have nothing against you guys. I love you guys. You guys are absolutely awesome. You guys are cool kids, and you guys come and always make me laugh. You guys are all good kids. But the one thing against you guys is you can't make up your minds. So I can tell you right now, my adult crowd is a lot easier to manage than my younger crowd, because kids being the way they are, their attention rate's this big. So they'll hop, on average, other than my PC gamers, a kid will play on, and I'm not joking you, 4 to 6 different systems, and up to like 5 to 10 different games in one day. So in the span of like 1 or 2 hours, they will hop on and off of like multiple things. And unfortunately, they're not really too good with putting things back, even though I asked them to. They just hop back and forth and being random. So like me and the other volunteer that I have to consistently go back, clean up their stations, put things back, and we have to cater to their needs. So we're running back and forth. But my evening crowds, my adult crowds, I have a couple people who are in need of things here and there, but all in all, they keep to themselves. They're pretty content with what they have. They're very low maintenance, and most of the time I just get to chill with them. Because a lot of times, like, it's just a hangout spot. Like, we end up just talking and shooting the bullet, and it's nice. It's just really nice. And I've grown to really like them. And this past weekend especially, it was just fun. It was just really relaxing to see that. So, but other than that, guys, long story short, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Sorry if I'm blabbering on. But it was a good day. It was just a good day it was a good weekend overall. And hopefully this week, so I know you guys don't see it, but I can't put up a meme technically because it's owned by Disney, but this week, Star Wars week. Star Wars is coming out this week, and I am so excited. I cannot wait. We are having 2 Star Wars marathons this week, and I also got to watch a couple of them with Sarah, so I can catch her up on the movies. But needless to say, I am very excited. I cannot wait for the movies to come out. Oh man, so that's how we're gonna end the week. So hopefully next week is definitely a good week. But guys, seriously, thank you. I always thank you guys, and I can never thank you guys enough for all the support that you guys give, not only to me, but even my family. You guys support just everything that I'm doing, and I really appreciate that. The fact that you sit through my videos and just listen to me blabber on, I can't thank you guys enough. You know, I don't know if these videos are helping you guys at all, or reassure. I don't know. My main like I said too, my main purpose is for these videos is, you know, not only to be a diary for myself, but just, you know, keep you guys up to date what's going on. You know, this is my life, guys. I should shoot more videos throughout the day, but hopefully, like, you know, you're seeing me through all my roller coasters of emotions. You're seeing me when I'm really up good. You're seeing me when I'm kind of you're seeing me when I'm down. But the life of an entrepreneur, or just life in general, is never just up or steady. You know, you got up and down moments, and you guys are seeing all of that. But hopefully you guys are seeing that I'm still continuing to push through, and I hope I'm motivating you guys too. You know, I always say this, like, you know, it doesn't have to be all my videos, but I hope that there's, you know, one or two in there that help push you guys to, you know, push yourselves too. Now, some of you have already reached out to me saying that you guys you guys are inspired by how hard I've been working and what's become of it, the fruit of my labors. And a lot of you have started doing your own initiatives. So I'm, you know, mission accomplished there. I mean, what more can I ask for? So, yeah. So we're continuing the good fight, guys. We are. You know, we're still trucking along, and the end is not in sight, which is a good thing. You know, the end of the business is not in sight. If anything, further growth is hopefully coming. So these next few weeks, I'm going to be preparing not only for Christmas and all that stuff, but I'm also going to be ready for our year-end meeting. I need to get numbers ready for them. I need to get taxes ready. I have a lot of things I have to prepare left and right. So all that, you know, is going to be, it's on its way. But hopefully I get caught up with everything and pay all the fines and fees I need to pay to Harrisburg and all that stuff. The government, essentially. The government wants their money. But yeah, so sorry guys, I'm just exhausted. It was a very long week, and this week is probably going to be equally as long but exciting as well because of Star Wars. So I'm going to cut it off here, guys. So until the next video, as always, please go ahead and leave a comment down below. I do my best to get back to you guys on them, or at least read them. And then if you haven't subscribed already, if you watch this part of the video, please do subscribe to my channel. Not only to support this, you know, support my channel, but also just to follow me on my journey here to whatever it may be. But as always, guys, please, whatever time of day what time of day it is in the part of the world that you are watching this video, please have a good day, good morning, good evening, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. So I know I just talked about